What's going on, guys, and welcome back. As I promised in my previous video, I'm gonna record the full build of the Armattan Rooster. I really want to make this video as short as I can because nobody wants to watch the boring 30 minutes video, but we'll see how we're gonna end up. But there's gonna be a lot of cuts and we're gonna skip boring parts. So let's start from my gear. So here we have Team Black Sheep, Crossfire receiver, TBS Unify high voltage, Raceflight bolt, Revolt RunCam, Eagle Pro 2, small antenna for proximity flying from the Banggood because I don't really care what I'm gonna smash tomorrow at the wall, and something a little bit more advanced. This is the Triumph from TBS for the long range, or where I need a better reception. And this is 3D printed arm protection, some vibration dampings, landing pads, and the best freestyle motors, ZMX Phoenix 30. Here we have everything like durability, efficiency, torque, and of course it's just really beautiful. Of course, some of you wondering what I did with the arms, because this situation still not solved with me, and I'm still waiting for revised hardware, but I'm already managed to put rounded bolt heads, and my arms not moving at all, and everything is fine. So guys, straightforward, what we're gonna do right now. The first thing what I'm gonna do, I just gonna open all my electronics and take off the heat shrink, because after that we're gonna cover all the electronics with a special conformal coating to protect it from moisture. But first of all, of course, I'm gonna open the Revolt and gonna connect to my computer and check if Revolt is working well, and I'm gonna update the firmware. And after that, I'm gonna proceed with heat shrink removing. 3, 2, 1, and so guys, the heat shrinks on the electronics already off. I'm tested and flashed the flight controller, and everything is fine. Be really careful when you're taking off the heat shrink from your RX or Unify, and also. I decided to coat the camera inside, but this camera have 2 microchips inside. It's not like RunCam 2. There is sensor somewhere here and another board, the main board somewhere here. But I'm already on my previous camera, the same camera, I'm almost damaged the connection between these 2 chips. I really do not recommend to deassemble this camera, because these 2 chips have really small tiny connector between each other, and it's really easy to damage. So I'm gonna put some coating right here, and hopefully if I'm gonna fall in the water, I can take it out quite quickly to not damage the camera. And again, let's skip the boring part, and right now I'm gonna cover the electronics. The best part about this silicone coating, that under the UV light you can see what part you are miss, and you can just coat it one more time. Sorry guys, this is the only one UV light that I have. I'm using this for my gel nail polish. So you see, everything is fine here except like this spot, because I'm gonna use it after this. So as far as you can see, I already put motors on the frame while I was waiting to silicone to dry out. And the next step gonna be I will put inside the heat shrink again the RX and Unify, but you really want to cut some small holes for the LEDs on this hardware. It will allows you to troubleshoot your issues quite quicker, so you can see the LEDs and what it's saying. And after that, I'm gonna take out the top plate of the rooster, and we'll try to feed the ESC, because I want to have the front XT60 connector, because some people are saying that when battery hits the GoPro mount, it can just like cut the wires, but I'm already using this alignment and wires like that, and I didn't have any issues. And the second part about that when the battery hits your GoPro, at least the wires can protect it, because if the wires are not going to be there, you easily can just break your GoPro, and this is what happened with me a couple of times. So at least to protect your GoPro, I'm using wires from here, and there is zero chance to get your wires smashed into the props. And our heat shrink already in the place. I cut some holes for the LEDs, and let's try to feed the bolt into this frame and see can we align in the my favorite way this little fellow. Alright guys, I finally managed to figure out how to put my stack together, and right now I'm gonna show you. But what I want to say in that stage, that Rooster definitely have more space, but you need to be wise and know how to set all your hardware inside. So let me take the bottom top part, and as far as you can see, right, how to focus. Right here on the bottom, I'm using two nylons nuts, not the one which comes with the hardware from Armattan, because I can win only 1 millimeter, but this 1 millimeter really matters. So you're taking the bolt with the gummies, and after that you can screw in the vibration dampings that I really like to use, and this thing worked flawlessly. But if you're gonna use the hardware from Armattan, like these nylon nuts, it's not enough space to screw the vibration damping into the screw from Armattan to put your stack, this 14 or 16 millimeters screw. So you see, after that we have more space between the bolt and revolt, and this is what I like, because sometimes I love to put some wires between them, and these wires will never gonna affect the gyro. As example, the power for the camera. So let me take it out. Yeah, so you see that this gun is like squeezed a little bit, but but ESCs don't need a lot of soft melting. I don't know why they using that one. So let me take out the vibration dumpings, and here where all the magic is happening. Oh yeah, by the way, this bolt you cannot put it in like in Chameleon, only in one nylon nut, because either like that you will push this top front arm plate, or you need to remove it. But I didn't want to remove it, so I decided to just make my stack a little bit higher. And this is how I went for some space for the VTX and also for RX, because in Armattan I used to put everything on the top because it's kind of a low profile stack, but we still have some space here, and this is what I did. I put the antenna wire between this hole, because first time I just put through this plate, but it's not enough length to put your antenna right here, and it was the big tension for the wire. So this is how I mount the VTX. I'm gonna put it on two-sided tape, and everything's gonna be fine, as well as the RX. This is, let me show you, this is the button for binding, and it will be easily accessible for me. And this is how the antenna gonna go, but I think I will put it from the top, because if I gonna mount antenna like that, it will stick out a little bit and it will maybe affect on the landing. So I'm gonna put the antenna from the top, so it's gonna be something like that, but of course without wire. So I think that's it in that stage, and right now the wiring should be done, I guess. So I'm gonna solder the motors, and I'm gonna wire and power up everything together in 1, 2. So I did all the necessary wiring, and I'm already soldered the 3 motors, and in a while I'm gonna show you how I'm using this bolt holes for motors, so you can solder your motors way more safer and avoid like desoldering and any kind of fails that can cause your human error or I don't know, whatever. And as far as you can see, I did like wire out from RX, and I'm gonna solder ground and 5 volts to the revolt, and channel 1 and channel 2 to TX1 and 4. I don't remember right now, I need to research it, because I built my quad a few months ago. Also, you can see that I'm already did the wiring for the VTX beneath the bolt right now, and the signal wire already right here. So I'm gonna hook it right into the camera, and I'm gonna solder the VBAT to the plus, and I'm gonna power up the camera from back 5 volts in revolt. So let me show you guys how I'm gonna solder my last motor. So I cut the wires necessary length, and I'm gonna show you how I like to solder my wires into the bolt. But first of all, you notice that I like to align my motor wires like that, and when you're doing in that way, your build looks way more cleaner, and because we have a pretty big gap between bolt and revolt, it's not gonna cause any issues, because the gyro right into the dead center of the flight controller, and we have enough space to put all the wiring between the stack. Alright, so this is how I like to do. I'm putting the wire right into the hole of the soldering pad in the bolt, and just filling the hole with solder until I see the perfect soldering bubble. Like so. And after that, I think it's not necessarily, but I really like to do in that way. I'm just feeling some space between the wire from another side of the soldering pad, and just doing this beautiful shiny soldering joint, and voila. So I'm gonna solder the last wire, and we'll proceed with the rest, and I think on the next cut you will see already fully built and assembled rooster. Sorry guys, I totally forgot to tell you about my secret sauce, and this is the capacitors. Capacitors can save you ESCs, they are reducing the voltage peaks, and of course you're getting less noise, and this is what makes your quad flies really smooth. And after that you will see, of course, you will see the footage and proof of that. The next step, I'm gonna take my quad outside and I'm gonna cut all the soldering joints that I did after I cut all the electronics. So I'm gonna cut right here. I'm gonna put some silicone protection on the sides and these two capacitors also. On the last stage of assembling, I add some hot glue between motor wires and bolt, because this is how I lost one of my 4-in-1 ESCs. Just one more wire disorder and touch another one, and this is how I burned one of the ESCs. Also, I've added the wire protection from the band prop. And when the prop just bending, it's touching right in this place, and you don't need to use like big piece of the prop. You just need to cut like small one, like 1 or 2 centimeters. And also the zip tie holding tight the landing pad, and the velcro, sticky velcro on the top of the plate just to hold your batteries tight. And that's it, guys. Just let me know if you think that some of my decision wasn't so perfect. I'm open for the feedback, and I really want to improve my skills. I can't wait till tomorrow to tune this guy and see how it flies. But for today, that's it, and thank you for watching. Subscribe and see you next time. Bye.